evening, everyone. So today I'll be presenting the topic on computers and information technology for business using mind maps. So before that, I would like to take you to the contents first. So the first one I would say is yeah, computer hardware, software, and storage devices. Secondly, we have input and output devices, and then internal components in a CPU, and then we have role of IT in business. So before we get into that, what exactly is a computer? So computer is an electronic device that is used to perform various tasks like collecting data, storing information, executing the instructions, and also communicating data to the users. And let's get into the mind map. Um, so let's start from the left side, which covers the hardware elements. So hardware refers to the physical parts of the computer, and we have CPU, and memory. These are the central components, including RAM and ROM. RAM is random access memory. This is used for temporary storage, while ROM is read-only memory, storing essential instructions. And then we have data storage devices. So it helps us save and retrieve data. For example, hard disk drives, which is also known as HDD, then solid state drives, SSD, and CD DVDs, and also USB drives. Then we have input devices. It allows us to feed data into the system, such as the keyboard, scanner, mouse, and also microphones. Then we have output devices. These are used to get information out of the computer. So some common ones are display monitors, printers, and also speakers. Finally, we have the processor interiors, including the ALU, which performs arithmetic and logic operations. Then we have registers and cake and also control unit. CU, it directs the operations, and registers for quick data storage. And then we have cake, which speeds up access to frequently used data. So moving on to the right side, we have software elements. So software is a set of instructions that tells the hardware what to do. And we have operating platforms, which is also known as system software. So it manages all hardware and software resources. For examples, Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. So application programs, these are the software we use for specific tasks like word processors or accounting software. And then we have system maintenance tools, which is also known as utility software. It helps us maintain and protect the system, such as antivirus programs or disk cleaners. And then we have, now let's look on to the benefits of IT, shown on the bottom right. So information technology offers many advantages for the business. So first one is information management, so which helps us store and organize data efficiently. Then we have collaborative work, making it easier for teams to communicate and work together, like remotely. And then we have automation of tasks, which saves time by reducing manual work. And then we have cyber protection, which defends data and systems from threats and attacks. And finally, we have innovation and advantage. So it allows businesses to stay competitive by using the latest technologies. So yeah, in order to summarize a mind map, it shows how hardware and software elements work together to power business processes, and how IT brings major benefits in efficiency, security, and also collaboration. Now let's move on to the flow chart. Uh, Flowchart. This flowchart is all about computer booting process. So first one, we have start computer. So the process begins when you press the power button to start the computer. And then we have BIOS, initialization. So it stands for basic input output system. It is activated. It gets the computer ready to work by checking basic hardware. And then we have post, which is also known as power on self-test. The computer does a quick test called post. This checks if the memory, keyboard, and other main parts are working properly. And then we have bootloader. So once everything is okay, the bootloader is loaded. The bootloader is a small program that helps start the operating system. And then we have load operating system. The bootloader then loads the operating system, such as Windows or Linux, from the hard disk into the memory. And then we have initial system service. After that, the system starts important background services that help the computer work smoothly. And next we have launch user interface. So the next user interface is launched. This is a screen you see like the desktop login screen. And then we have ready to use computer. Finally, the computer is ready to use, and you can start your work. And this is how a computer goes from being off to fully ready for use in very few seconds. So that's it, guys. Thank you for listening. And if you have any queries, please let me know in the comment box. Thank you. Have a good day.